Hi friends, Gina Johnsen, State Rep House District 78. We're back again with another topic, and it's the classroom sizes in the state of Michigan. Now, many of you know that we're not scoring very well with reading and math in particular, because those are the topics that are more often tested, compared to the other 49 states in our country. And it truly is not because we don't have smart and good teachers. We do. And it's not because our children are less smart or they have lower intelligence. They don't. We have smart students. We have capable students. We have capable teachers and administrators. But there's some things that are really bogging down the system and keeping it from being a streamlined, easy process, and where children learn and they thrive. And I could go on and on about all the various opinions circulating about what's the real problem. While we can't wave a wand and fix it all right now, there is something that would give an advantage to teachers, to the learning space, and to students in every classroom between kindergarten and third grade. We'd love to say K through 12, but for now, K through 3. And it's reducing the teacher-student ratio. Improving the one teacher to 15 or fewer students in a classroom for kindergarten through third grade. Now again, this is an idea. This is an opportunity. It is not a mandate. I'll repeat that. It is not a mandate. This is not being forced on schools. It's only for the schools who think they can do it. They can find the teachers. They can have the classroom space. They can make a big room into 2 rooms or 3 rooms or whatever it's going to take to make these adjustments. There's funding that will follow it if they choose to do it. Now, classroom management has never been so difficult as it is now for a whole bunch of reasons. Parents, administration, the shutdown in 2020, the confusion over gender identity, mental health needs. We could go on and on about all the factors, and there's many more than I mentioned. And sometimes government makes it worse and gets in the way and puts mandates and requirements into the wheels that are turning, and they kind of make them stop and get stuck, and the gears don't work right, and the wheels don't turn like they used to. And we have to pull back and say, okay, too much government, too much regulation. And we are actually, the House Republicans are in the process of peeling some of that back, carefully, slowly, on purpose, so that the funding actually makes sense. We get what we're paying for, and we have a better opportunity for our children to learn in a school where the school district decided what was best for which children in what way. And you know, we got to kind of trust our districts to make decisions that they think are best for the culture in their part of the state. Mistakes will always be made, and great innovation will always be found. But it's in an imperfect world, we're going to at least chip away at this and do what we can. So getting back to classroom size, it is well documented, well researched. Since some of the articles have come out about this and legislation has been more talked about, you might say, throughout the state, actually a lot more than I thought it would ever be. I had a neurology, a neuropsychologist, neurology specialist call me the other day and say, I love what I'm hearing. This is what will really help. And I have a lot of research to show that when children learn at a younger age, with more space and fewer people in the room, fewer messages going every which way, they learn better, they can concentrate. And actually what happens in the nervous system is neural pathways in the brain are developed so that there's a pathway for learning that isn't always developed when you're in, say, high trauma situations, conversely. So we've got a lot of reasons why we want to aim in this direction. And people say, oh, it'll cost money. Well, we've never spent so much money ever in the history of Michigan as we are now doing in education. And we're still not hitting the mark. So the money must be spent in a better way, not just more we throw at it and more administration and more whoever. We do need more teachers, but we need smaller classrooms. So the other question with this whole topic that's kind of swirling around is, why is this taking so long? We have the conversation, we have the ideas on paper. What's been taking so long? And it's a really good question. I want to talk for us just a couple seconds about process. You might have seen my other video talking about how a bill becomes a law, etc. But oftentimes what happens is what's currently going on with this piece of legislation. In 2023, as soon as I was a new legislator, I introduced the idea for better classroom size, teacher-student ratio improved, and knowing that Republicans were a minority, I figured Democrats and Republicans alike can agree that this would improve learning. This would improve outcomes. This would improve opportunities. Can we do it? Well, for whatever reasons, it was blocked and it went nowhere. But now that we're in majority, it may or may not see its way to becoming a law. It may not reach the goal yet, but at least we have an opportunity to introduce it while we're looking at education and trying to really improve things. And I don't see any reason why the Senate Democrats wouldn't love this. In fact, I've heard that one of their senators is also looking at introducing this legislation. So we've got the House and the Senate, Republicans and Democrats, agreeing on something that should then also encourage our governor to sign it into law. But 2023 to 2025, 2 years, and we're in the third year of legislation, if you count 23, 24, and 25. Discussions are started. It doesn't necessarily get through the process. It's all about who's in charge, their priorities, does it fit with their plan, and if it doesn't, it may not go anywhere. But even if it doesn't, what are the benefits? There's a couple benefits. The conversation builds momentum in the culture, in the masses, in the population, with the parents and the teachers and the schools. And these, we call them stakeholders. All these stakeholders end up building a unified front for where it really should go. And this conversation is going to go where it's going to go. I'm not going to try to control it. It should go where it should go. Like we say oftentimes, follow the science. Well, let's just follow the natural momentum of where this should go with all the people considered in Michigan. So, given all of that, we have new hope that 3 years down the line, we might actually get it passed. But whether it gets passed or not, the conversation has started. It will build momentum. It will educate all of us. We will dig down deeper. We will learn more. And there will be unofficial benefits that many schools get, because some schools can do this even without the extra funding. They will implement it themselves because it's such a great idea. Thanks for listening, and there's always more to come.